They told you it was just a conspiracy theory. They said it was all rumors and lies, but now the files are out, and one name keeps appearing in documents that were never supposed to see the light of day. Jay-Z. Yes, that Jay-Z, the billionaire mogul, the hip-hop legend, the man who built an empire. According to newly released documents connected to Jeffrey Epstein's blackmail operation, Jay-Z's name has surfaced in ways that are impossible to ignore. And we're not talking about casual connections, we're talking about allegations that span decades, minors, private islands, record labels used as fronts, and a system of silence so powerful that victims have been terrified to speak until now. If you think you know the full story of hip-hop's most powerful couple, you don't. Not even close. But before we go any further, if you're ready to hear the truth they don't want you to know, hit that like button right now. It tells the algorithm this story matters. And subscribe with notifications on, because this video might not be here tomorrow. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you will change how you see everything. On February 1st, 2025, the Department of Justice released what they're calling the final batch of Epstein files. 3 million documents, thousands of photographs, hundreds of hours of video footage. But buried within this mountain of evidence was something that sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. References to Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z. Now let's be clear, the files don't show Jay-Z on Epstein's island, not directly. But what they do show is a pattern, a network of powerful men who allegedly used Epstein's operation for blackmail, influence, and control. And according to multiple sources who have reviewed the documents, Jay-Z's name appears in connection to this network in ways that demand investigation. One anonymous tip, sent to the FBI hotline after Epstein's 2019 arrest, specifically mentioned Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein together in the 1990s. The caller claimed both men were involved in activities that, quote, would make the Weinstein scandal look like child's play, end quote. The FBI never followed up. The tip was buried. Let me take you back to the beginning. 1998. Miami. Luther Campbell, Uncle Luke, the man who built 2 Live Crew and changed hip-hop forever. He had a show on local television, and one day Jay-Z appeared as a guest. Here's what happened next. According to multiple witnesses who were there, Jay-Z was seated on the couch. Uncle Luke had young women, dancers, performing off to the side. And according to everyone present, Jay-Z couldn't take his eyes off them. He was transfixed, watching, while these young women performed. Now you might say, so what? He was a young man. He was looking. But here's where it gets disturbing. Gene Deal, Jay-Z's former bodyguard, has come forward to confirm this story. And he adds details that paint a much darker picture. According to Deal, those women were not just dancers. They were young, very young. Some were teenagers. And this wasn't an isolated incident. Deal claims Jay-Z had a pattern, a type. Deal is referring to a specific group of young women from Brooklyn, teenagers who allegedly attended private parties where Jay-Z was present. And Deal isn't just making general accusations. He's naming names. He's offering to bring forward witnesses. He's challenging Jay-Z to sue him for defamation if he's lying. So far, Jay-Z has remained silent. Deal also reveals something that connects directly to the Epstein allegations. He says Jay-Z was, quote, locked in with young women for years. Specifically, he mentions a relationship with a 15-year-old girl when Jay-Z was nearly 30 years old. 30. Think about that. A 30-year-old man, a 15-year-old girl. And this wasn't hidden. According to Deal, Jay-Z would pull up to their block in his car, pick them up, take them to parties. Everyone knew. No one stopped it. If this information is making your blood boil, good. It should. Smash that like button so more people see this. The most explosive allegations involve someone you definitely know, Rihanna. In 2005, a 16-year-old girl from Barbados flew to New York, alone. No parents, no chaperone. She was brought directly to Def Jam Records, to Jay-Z's office, for 6 hours. According to Jaguar Wright, a singer who was present in the building that day, everyone was talking about how young she was, 16. And those 6 hours, 4 of them were spent alone with Jay-Z. No lawyer, no parent, no representative. Just a 16-year-old girl and a 35-year-old man in a corner office on the 29th floor. Rihanna herself has described this meeting. She said she was shaking with nerves, that Jay-Z told her, quote, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal signed or through this window. And we're on the 29th floor, end quote. She laughed it off as a joke, but was it? Jaguar Wright doesn't think so. Wright claims Rihanna was immediately isolated from her family. Her father didn't arrive to collect the check until the next day. Within months, her entire management team was replaced. She was moved to Los Angeles, and by 17, she was partying at the Rainbow Room. At 21, she was in a relationship with Jay-Z, according to widespread industry rumors that were later denied. The publicist who first suggested this relationship was forced to apologize, but the whispers never stopped. Ask yourself this: why would a publicist risk their career to make up a story like that? And why would they be forced to apologize? Something doesn't add up. Tell me what you think in the comments. I want to hear your theories. If Rihanna was one case, Foxy Brown was another. At 14 years old, she was signed to Def Jam, performing explicit lyrics written by Jay-Z. Lyrics that sexualized her, that turned her into, quote, the Ill Nana, a nickname given to her by Jay-Z himself. At 27 years old, Jay-Z was writing sexually charged verses for a 14-year-old girl to perform. Let that sink in. Inga Marchand, Foxy Brown's real name, was allegedly Jay-Z's girlfriend during this period. According to Jaguar Wright, Jay-Z promised her they could be, quote, normal when she wasn't with her fake boyfriend, a rapper named Corrupt, who was allegedly paid to pose as her partner to hide the real relationship. Which brings us to Beyoncé. The official story is well known. They met when she was 18, became friends, talked for a year, started dating. Everything legal, everything proper. But Gene Deal disputes this timeline. He claims he saw Jay-Z with Beyoncé in nightclubs in 1998 and 99, when she would have been 16 or 17, and Jay-Z was 30. Deal says, quote, she wasn't even supposed to be in the club, but she was in the club. It was Club Eugene, and Jay was dating her. At that time, if you look at Jay's age, he was about 30 years old, end quote. And there's another complication. Gabrielle Union, the actress, has stated she went to junior high school with Beyoncé. But Union is 6 or 7 years older than Beyoncé's listed age would suggest. So which is it? Was Beyoncé younger than claimed? Did the timeline start earlier than admitted? These aren't just curious questions. They're crucial to understanding whether the pattern of Jay-Z with underage girls, extends to his own wife. If you're finding this information valuable, if you believe victims deserve to be heard, hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds, and it helps us fight the suppression of this story. But we need to zoom out, because Jay-Z doesn't exist in a vacuum. The Epstein files suggest something larger, a system of control. Epstein himself has been linked to Mossad, Israeli intelligence, and the CIA. His operation wasn't just about abuse, it was about blackmail, compromising powerful people, filming them, owning them. Gene Deal believes Jay-Z operates the same way. Careful image control, silence through money and threats, a network of lawyers and fixers. And now, with the Epstein files public, victims are finally feeling brave enough to speak. 3 women, according to recent reports, are preparing to come forward with allegations against Jay-Z specifically. I'll leave you with this. Now I need to hear from you. Do you think Jay-Z will finally face consequences for these allegations? Or will his money and power keep him protected like it always has? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you're new here, subscribe right now with the bell notification turned on. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, and I'll see you in the next one.